Yo, what's up, y'all? This your boy Food Junkie just coming at you with a little video. Um, I just want to talk to you guys about, responsibility and, you know, taking responsibility for your own actions and who you are and what you allow into your life, what you allow into your psyche. And this is basically about me and what I've been experiencing and seeing on these YouTube streets for the past couple of weeks or so. And I know that we all have people that we don't like. People have done things to us. People have said things to us that we don't like. People have reacted and responded to things that we have done and said that we don't like. Some of us take it to the point to where we are going to, you know, actually get ourselves in more trouble than it's actually worth. Um, I think that what's going on right now is pretty much ridiculous. I think it's taking things to a level that is, too far. It's becoming incriminating. Well, it's not. A lot of things is being said and done on these YouTube streets. People think that it's cute and funny and it's entertaining. But what you're not realizing is that you are leaving a trail of evidence against yourself that will allow people to literally lock you up and take your freedom, possibly take your life. As a black person, as a black man here in this country, I understand all so well that it is not about intent always. Sometimes, most of the times, it's about perception. I had a conversation with someone the other day, and it was about, perception. People may wonder why I'm always smiling and grinning and being nice and being silly, because I know my mere presence is a threat to certain people. The fact that I am 6'3", 225 pounds, athletically built, that in itself is a threat to the majority of other people. If I didn't smile or grin or look pleasant, well, it's not. If I just had a straight face on, I could come across as intimidating and threatening to people. Now, I'm not saying that I'm not a nice person in general, or it's not, but I know that the perception of just my physical appearance and my physical presence could be considered a threat if it's not perceived well by someone else, regardless of what my intentions are. I have to be aware of my surroundings as well and the energy that I put out there. You guys know I am constantly speaking about energy and how energy never dies. It's just transferred. It's never, it never dissipates. It's just, moved on somewhere else. And with me, I truly try to connect with and express positive energy. And the times that I don't do that, I truly physically feel it. Especially when I know that I could have done something different or made a different choice. Um, I just want people to understand that you can't control what someone else do. Only thing you really can do is control what you do. That's why I personally say, and I say this many times on camera to you guys, that I'm not going to go back and forth with people all day long. I'm gonna say what I want to say. If you respond to it, that's your choice. You can do what you want to do. If I choose to respond back to it, that's my choice. But pretty much after that second response that I do, I'm pretty much done with it. And there will be other avenues taken. Whatever it is, be it me ignoring you, be it me, let's meet up and talk about this, well, it's not, or be it, let's have a steak dinner. It's all up to you, how we want to take it. But one thing I'm not going to do is continue to talk about the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over again because I'm upset about it. If I'm that upset to where it's all up in my craw to where I need to continually talk about it, well, it's not. I definitely need to take other action. It just is what it is. Um, it's not about someone being tough or being bad or being scary or being mad or all those things. It's not about me doing that. It's about me doing what's best for me. And if what's best for me is to walk away from a situation while it's not, and I'm allowed to walk away from a situation, whatever, I would do that. Now, if I'm not allowed to walk away from a situation while it's not, at that point, whatever happens, happens. But I'm not going to continue to put myself in position to where I am building a case against myself for someone else to lock me up or to take my life or anything like that. That's why I say I don't do these subliminal threats on this line. I don't do these outright threats on this line. I don't do those type of things because I know how I react to those type of things and when they're done to me. Quick little story. Me and my older brother, he's 4 years older than I am. We had a tumultuous relationship growing up, whatever, you know what I'm saying, because he was a street person and I was not. He was out there in the streets doing his thing in the streets, whatever, and I was in the books, making sure that I get an education, making sure I prepare myself for college. The last altercation we got into, he was what, probably, I was like 13, 14. He was probably 18, 19, whatever. And point is, my mother had to make sure that we were safe. So the altercation that we got into, I tried my best to take his life because, like I said, I don't get hit. You don't hit me. I've never been a person who got hit. I've never been a person who got bullied. That's not what I do. That's just not what I do. Never have been. I don't get threatened either. Never been that person either. But I was going after him to the point to where I wanted to take his life because you don't hit me. I don't care how old you are. I don't care who you are. I will make sure that I protect myself at all costs and every cost. But I say that to say we, from that point, saying we didn't really talk. And when I moved to Georgia for school, he was in and out of, saying, his situation was not doing his thing, and he asked to come down and move with me or stay with me. I'm like, sure, you can if you want to, that's fine. But my house have rules. You know, my house have rules, and my rules of my house is, so I gave him 5 rules of my home. You know, you must keep a job. I don't have people in my home that I don't know. I don't do late night phone calls. You know what I'm saying? Past a certain time, in my house, don't have people calling my home. Um, there's no sleepovers in my home. You know what I'm saying? Besides the people that I want in my home like that. And the 5th rule is you must pay your bills on time. And you are gonna be paying bills if you come down here and stay with me. You know, older brother or not, hard times or not. This is not a free situation. I gotta pay bills. You're gonna pay bills if you come down here. His response was, "Oh, fuck that, man. I ain't gonna do that shit. I'll start fucking people up." Okay, well, while you keep on having that attitude, you keep on being in your situation. Mind you, this was shit 20 plus years ago. But the point is, he never took responsibilities for his actions. He thought that it was okay for him to continue to do what he was doing, living the lifestyle that he was living, and expected the world to change and mold around him, opposed to him changing and molding who he is to fit into the world. Now, granted, our relationship now is so much better. Our relationship now is, saying, cool, you know, but he have finally realized that he had to change his perception of what things are. You can't walk around here thinking that people are going to change for you. And sometimes, in order for you to grow and to be your best person, you must be a little bit uncomfortable. And change is definitely uncomfortable. Change is definitely something that is meant to help you, advance you, create a better, I'm saying, you that you are meant to be, or create the best you that you are meant to be. And I started thinking about what's going on because there's a lot going on right now in this sector of YouTube. And I really want people to ask themselves, the behavior that you're exhibiting right now, the things that you're saying right now, the way that you're moving right now, are you being the best person that you are meant to be? Are you being your best self right now? Are you expressing and presenting yourself in the best light? Because while you may put your videos and stuff on private, while you may put your things on, you know what I'm saying, delete things what's not, while they're up and while they're streaming, while they are being viewed, and before you come to your senses what's not, if it's egregious behavior that you are presenting, there is someone out here who is actually recording it, screenshotting it, downloading it, and taping it to use against you later. That's why I say when I am talking about things that's going on this YouTube thing, I don't know why people get upset. You put it out here. You said what you said. You did the behavior that you did. So why is it that you are upset that now people are now talking about it? I am very much myself on this camera. I am very much who I am, period. And I present myself in a way that I want to be seen. I know there's flaws. I know there's room for improvement. I know that there is things that I can work on that I can fix. Some things I will fix. Some things I don't want to fix. Some things I'm completely happy with and grateful that I have. You know what I'm saying? Be it my personality traits, be it physical flaws, be it emotional flaws, be it mental flaws that I may have, well, it's not, or don't have, whatever the case may be. I said this previously. I came on this camera 100% me. I came on this camera 100% who I am. I didn't come on this camera looking for anything as far as being accepted, as far as being liked, as far as finding myself, as far as hoping that, I get this monetary gratification. That's not what I came on here for. I really did come here to express myself and to communicate with people and hopefully to meet good, honest people with integrity along the way. And when I say that people show you who they are, I really mean that because I really do watch everything that people do, the good, the bad, the indifferent. And I make the conscious decision of what is it that I can actually live with? What is it I actually want around me? What actually is it that I want to promote and be surrounded by? And while I like people as not, and I dislike people as well, let me rephrase that. I don't dislike people. I dislike the actions that people have been exhibiting on this camera. A lot of them. Because it doesn't make it's not funny, it's not entertaining, it's not gratifying to my spirit and to my soul. And like I say, I live a very comfortable, a very easy, breezy life. You know, I'm very laid back, although I'm a little silly, well, a lot silly at times. Um, but it's by choice because I knew from what I came from. I knew from what the path that I was headed down. I knew at a very, very, very early age that what I was born unto is not the way I want to live. You know, and it wasn't horrific because there's more than one horror story out there. Was not that's much worse than mine, but at the same time, I knew the story that I was living was not the story that I wanted to live. I knew that the story I was born into was not the story that I wanted to be the end of all ends. You know what I'm saying? That's why I fight so hard to be myself. That's why I fight so hard to protect who I am and what I am about, be it verbally or even if I have to physically. It's not something that I want to allow people to take away from me or allow people to do to me and make me feel less than who I am. Because I know who I am. I knew what I was meant to be. I know what I was meant to do. And it have nothing to do with, you know, having someone else tell me who I am, or someone else agree with everything that I am. You know, when I come here and talk with you guys, when I come here and express myself to you guys and show you guys who I am, that's who I am. I try to be as stable and as even keeled as possible, and very much, saying within the same vein as I showed you last time. Was not, of course, there's variations of my personality. Well, it's not that I'm going to express at different times of the day or different times in a situation, whatever. But for the most part, I want to show you guys exactly who I am and be steadfast in that. I don't want to be this person who one day up, the next day down, one day left, the next day right, and I'm all over the place. Well, it's not. So you don't have an even grasp of who I am. So you can make a conscious decision of who I am. I constantly want to make sure that I am showing you the person that I am moving toward being, the person that I want to be, the person that I long to be. You know what I'm saying? And I think that a lot of people here on this channel or in this sector or on YouTube, on social media in general, was not have these ideas of what is expected of them. So they try to give people that was not, for whatever reason, be it financial gain, be it popularity, be it whatever the case may be, opposed to just being yourself and giving people the option to like that individual or not to like the individual. But whatever decision they make, you should be steadfast in who you are, and you should like who you are. So regardless of what they say about you or what they say to you or not, it doesn't affect you at all. You know, I think that a lot of people, a lot of us, I should say, have been told no or shown no so much in our life that once we get a yes, it kind of blows our mind. We can handle a no much better than we can handle a yes. Yes, I accept you. Yes, I appreciate you. Yes, I love you. Yes, you are worthy. Yes, you are loved. Yes, you are accepted. Yes, you are more than what you are showing us that you are. They're not used to having those yeses. They're used to having, no, you're not good enough. No, you can't have that. No, I don't like you. No, you can't do this. No, you're not smart enough. No, you're not talented enough. They so used to having those no's beat them down that it becomes a part of their psyche. So when they hear a yes, when they hear a, saying good job, or see someone exhibiting that behavior of the yes mentality, whatever, that they are confused. They don't like it. They want to break that person down so the person can feel as bad as they feel and do what they do. They want to show that person in the same vein, in the same light that they are seeing themselves in. So basically, what I'm saying is, saying pretty much be steadfast in who y'all are. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I came here a complete person. Along the way, I have met people that I enjoyed, that I like, that I hope to continue to build friendships and maintain friendships with, or whatever. On the other hand, there are people that I truly just I'm going to avoid, that I try to avoid with all costs. It doesn't mean that I'm not going to, speak on the bullshit and the crap that's going on this YouTube thing. But what it means is that I'm making a conscious decision not to get involved with these people. Was not to let these people as part of my psyche, whatever. Not to let these people um, be encroach upon who I am as a person. I think that people get drawn into the nonsense and the BS and the foolishness, well, it's not, and call it entertainment. If you was to see someone on stage, you know what I'm saying, having a nervous breakdown, while it may be fun to watch, while it may be interesting to look at, well, it's not like a car crash or a train wreck where you can't, turn your head away from it, whatever. The same token goes with, what the hell? Oh, sorry, I'm watching something on TV. The same token, the same vein goes with, making sure that, you protect your own mental and emotional and spiritual was not. And if you watch too much darkness was not, then you become that darkness. You watch too much bullshit and craziness, you become that bullshit and craziness. And I'm making a conscious decision not to get myself involved in as much as possible, I should say, to get involved in the bullshit, nonsense, and craziness and darkness. You know, everyone says this all the time, but no one practices very. Sorry, I should not say no one. That's a broad statement. Very few people practice it. You know, you what you ingest and take in, what you allow yourself to be, you know, desensitized to, is what you become, and what you feed grows. Which means if you feed the darkness and the ugliness is within inside yourself, that's what's going to grow inside of you. When you feed the hatred and the vitriol spirit that's within yourself, by giving that spirit oxygen and light and stuff, just like fire, that shit's going to grow. I'm just saying that I'm making a conscious decision not to get involved in that, because that's not what I want to grow within me. Because I know how dark I can get, how dark I've been in the past, and it's not a good look for me. It's not a good path that I want to be walking on. You know what I'm saying? This journey called life is something that we must all be very mindful of. Johnny Mack says this all the time, whatever. He says, this is a record of your life. This is a glimpse of your life. What you put on this camera, what you put on film, once you push that record on that live button or that play button or that send button or that upload button, you know, it's there. And how you want to be remembered. How is it that you want to be remembered? How is it that you want people to see you? Because people's not going to know you by meeting you. How you're introducing yourself to people is through this camera, through this computer screen, through this tablet screen. That's how you are introducing yourself to people. 10 years, 20 years, 30 years down the line, if something comes up, well, it's not with your image on it and your image in it, how is it you want people to see you? Do you want people to see you as a lunatic off the chain, off the wall, constantly cussing, fussing, fighting, and battling? Or do you want that to be, what I'm saying, part of the human experience? We all do that. We all cuss, fuss, and battle. But when you're making it a point to do it on a daily basis throughout the day, when you make it a point to be messy and malicious and have malicious intent throughout the day and egging people on in their malicious intent, that's how people are going to see you, because that's who you are. And when I say people all the time, it's not that I see you. I see you. I see what you do. I see how you move. I see how you talk. I see how you comment in certain comments. Well, it's not in certain chats. I see you. And it's not that I'm saying that, that is for you to change who you are, but just know that people are seeing you. People are watching you. People are looking at you and realizing that, you are doing what you're doing. You know, it's just something that we all need to be very aware of. And also, when people, like, I know personally what's not, I don't want to be involved in nonsense. Don't call me as a witness. Don't call me as a bullshit, because I'm going to tell the truth. And the truth, a lot of people can't handle the truth. A lot of people don't like the truth. So if you're doing some bullshit, what's not, and I'm called to be a witness about what happened, this what happened, I'm going to be very straightforward. There's no malicious intent in what I say or do, but I'm going to be very straightforward, because I'm not going to sit around and take the bat for no one. I'm not going to, if you did some bullshit, you did some bullshit. You should have been prepared for the consequences of your actions. I am. If I make a move that's not right, I know there's a chance that I'm going to get called to the carpet on it. I know that if I make a move that is not correct, I'm going to be called to the carpet on it. And that goes for all this bullshit going on this YouTube thing right now. You know what I'm saying? All the doxing, all the threatening, all the subliminals. Well, it's not. All the bullying. The reality is, the energy that you have on this computer was not, very few people will keep that same energy face to face. Very few people. So I find it, you know, silly that people choose to go this way on camera, not realizing that, what you're doing is leaving a trail, a digital trail of your actions. And when it's premeditated, well, it's not. I don't care how good you think you are, how smart you think you are, how much of the law you think you are, when you are egging that type of behavior on, it's going to come back to you. And like I say, well, it's not. No one on here is special. I'm not special. If someone's doing something silly, crazy, malicious, and horrible to someone else, what make me think that you're not going to do the same thing to me? What make me think that I'm so special that you won't do the exact same thing to me on Mad Day? Also, let me rephrase that. Attempt to do the same thing to me on Mad Day. See, we need to realize, well, it's not. People show you who they are. People tell you who they are. And it's up to us to truly believe that. And everyone who chooses to promote the bad behavior was not the doxing, the threatening, the bullying, all the craziness was not on here. The reality is that I know that a lot of people haven't come to the conclusion of as of yet. When push comes to shove and you get that knock on your door, is anyone here on this YouTube thing going to be there to answer that door for you or to take that call for you but you? If you get detained, who's going to pay your bill for you? No one on this YouTube thing if you did something wrong. What we're going to do is we're going to talk about you. We're going to do commentary on you. You're going to be fodder for conversation on YouTube. It is not going to be, oh, well, let me go pay this bill 3 states away for this individual because I put a battery in their back. Well, he was a dumb motherfucker to go do it. He was an asshole, or she was an asshole who did that. Was not. All I did was send them the information. And depends on how egregious the crime is that is committed. You also can be considered as an accessory. In this digital age, you don't think that people are being prosecuted for being in chats and stuff and having charges put against them, trying to egg someone on? Have you not heard that people are actually being? Have you not actually heard that people are being charged with cyberbullying and people who actually antagonize people online, was not, have also been held in to the carpet as well? You're not innocent when you are egging things on and you're not trying to de-escalate a situation, but what you're doing is escalating a situation. I'm just saying, people, let's start thinking about our behaviors. Let's start looking inward. Well, and find out, is it that something? What is it that we're doing to contribute to the situations that we are in? Let's look at the situation that we're in, was not, and ask: is this the best way that I want to be seen? This is am I seen in the best light possible? I just want to come to you guys and say that for a moment because there's just too much going on right now. It is not making any sense to me. It's ridiculous, and I'm just not understanding it. I'm not grasping it. I'm not comprehending it. And not saying that I'm some kind of dim nitwit or what's not, because I'm not. Far from it. It's just that I don't understand how all these adults on here, some of you old enough to be grandparents, you know what I'm saying, on here, egging on bad behavior. It doesn't, if your child was to act that way, was not, you wouldn't respond the same way that you're doing right now. And you can say, well, that's not my child. But the thing is, it's someone's child. And having love for humanity should bring something out in you that allows you to see it that way. You know what I'm saying? It's not about actually, saying, telling someone what to do. It's about not promoting a behavior that you wouldn't promote in your real life. This is not TV. This is not a script. People are really responding this way. For whatever reason, it doesn't look good. And for all the threats that people are going out there and doing, oh, I'll beat you up, or I'll do this to you, XYZ, what's not. Do you not realize if something happens to that person, you're the first person they're going to look at? And if you don't have a proper explanation of what's going on or where you were at the time that this situation happened, was not, you could possibly lose your life or lose your freedom over some bullshit that meant absolutely nothing. Anyway, you guys, I just want to say thank you to all my subscribers. Well, you guys know, I love you guys. I want you guys to be safe. I want you guys to make the proper decisions. I'm deeply humbled and honored that you choose to spend your time with me. Thank you for that. And I just want to say I love you guys, you know what I'm saying? And as I always say, you know what I'm saying, eat the meat and spit out the bones. Take in what nourishes you. Take in what makes you better. Take in what helps you grow to be the best person you were meant to be. And that's in all aspects of your life. You know what I'm saying? Take in what, entertains you. Take in what helps you grow and be just the best person possible. You guys know, um, you know, I really am humbled that you guys spend time to listen to me speak. You know what I'm saying? I really am humbled by that. And as always, what I say, you know what I'm saying? Love yourself. Love someone else. Respect yourself. And respect someone else, you guys. Until next time, this your boy Food Junkie. And I'm out.